just told them, hey, just one stop. We can't get it back in one possession. So just one stop, keep chipping away, and they'll come. We told them, don't really look at the scoreboard. Don't go to the refs for fouls. Just keep playing the game we know. I think we tried to overcomplicate it and, try to give them some sets to go that we thought match up. But we had to dial back as a coach staff and just let them play. That may come to some turnovers, but let them play, let them get going on their own. They'll figure it out. Sometimes, as coaches, we can overcoach. So we didn't want to get to the stage and make it about ourselves. So we said, we're going to play the same type of basketball. If we play 5 out, we don't need to call plays. And I think that's what started happening in the second quarter. We stopped with the play calls, and we just started to let the kids play and enjoy the moment.
So you had 3 losses this year, and you basically ended up winning all 3 of those games back. What does that say about this team?
Wow, I didn't really think about that. The resilience in them, the competitiveness, and they're pissed at every loss. So I knew once we got Greenville, that was our first loss. We was in Florence. We had an hour and 10 minutes on the road back. Then it was Christmas break, so we were off 5 days. So we had to sit through that through Christmas Day. So I knew that was going to chip. That was going to really piss them off. So and then right after that, DeMarcus starts playing his best ball, and then we just kind of keep going. We get the big Ridgeview wins, and then there was some setbacks. Had a Ridgeview win, had a Ridgeview loss, had a something win, had a something loss. But I think what really made us is I never wished for a loss, but when we went and played Sumter and lost at a buzzer beater, I said, I'm not even gonna lie. I looked at it, I said, this may be the same thing Ridgeview went through a couple years ago when they lost to AC Florida. They went to win it us. So credits, I thought about them. I said, man, I think that's gonna be us this year. That chippiness, losing like that was hurtful. We could barely walk to our bus with they were outside routing stuff. So I thought that was gonna change us heading into playoff week.
Coach, on the offensive side, it seemed like you had some complimentary basketball. Thomas got a lot of points inside. Cruz had a lot of threes and got some at the free throw line. Just talk about especially those two and their offense.
So I told those two, I had to sit and tell them. I said, hey, you guys weren't top 5 Division II seniors, or however they did it. That lit a fire in me. And what I did, that whole SCB, the top 10 teams and the elite players and the top 5 players, I printed it out, put it on our locker room door, and I printed out seven sheets and put it on each senior's locker in division. So just those days they thought about coming to class, not going hard. I said, look, it's right in your face. Right, y'all want stuff, they're not seeing what y'all do, so now y'all got to work even harder. So just them having big games, I knew it. They've had big games all year. So those are my 2 college commits, our signees right now, and more come. But just proud of them, man. They left their mark on Westwood history, and I'm just so proud how they ended it.
Defensively, particularly after that first quarter, it seemed like it really stepped up. What was the strategy?
Let's start. I don't know if a lot of people can run with us up and down, even though they were athletic. We just had a little more players and we're deeper, especially defense end. So it's like, hey, let's make this a down and back game. So let's set up in our press. Let's keep going. So that was pretty much the game plan.
What does it mean, not just to win this championship, but to win it in this arena?
Oh man, it's huge, man. We give a huge shout out to Kerry Rich for pushing to get the games back in Colonial Life. He's a huge advocate for South Carolina basketball. So, and I just knew, I said, man, it's back at Colonial Life. I don't know how long they're gonna play here. We gotta make it. As a kid, I grew up on the Ridgeview. I only dreamed of playing in the state championship game. I only dreamed of being the assistant coach in the state championship game. Now I'm being head coach coaching the state championship game. You can't make that stuff up.
Talk before just about this team, this program, and the ability to have hot starts. What was it about this team that was able to finish that start this year?
I think just the practice, man. The last couple of years, the day before games, we were so light. We were like, we don't want kids getting injured. We had to change our approach this year. If we didn't get a good practice, we would run them. Like before a game, I made a kid throw. So I think that was a message early, like, hey, we're going to get what we want out of y'all, and we're not just because we have a game next day going to lit up light. So I think that intensity, that dog, that mentality helped us push through these tough battles we had, because we played a gauntlet. We played a gauntlet as a team this year.
Your schedule, basically your season started with 5 a.m. in the morning in November. It ends around 10:30 at night. Safe to say it was all worth it?
It was worth it. And first, I give you credit. You was in the gym with us at 5. I asked you, I said, man, I know it's going to be tough, but would you like to come to our first, practice at 5 a.m.? You came there. I told him, I said, we're going to get ourselves out of the comfort zone. It was easy to practice after school, but it's not easy to win a state championship game. So let's take them out their comfort zone, do something different, and let's see how they responded to that. And this group responded well. It took a little bit, but they responded. You're
the first of 3 teams from Richland 2 playing this weekend. You got one title. Now Ridgeview and Blythefield girls want to try to win. What does it say about basketball just in that Northeast area?
It's a gauntlet. I tell you what, boy. It's a gauntlet. Like, even though we're not in the region with them, we already scheduled games with them. It's a gauntlet. So tomorrow I'm gonna be a huge Blythefield girls fan, and I'm gonna be a huge Ridgeview boys fan, because our district coming from the top. They really support athletics, and and that's why it's been so successful. So, I credit to higher ups. I credit everybody for really supporting Richmond too. So let's just see how this thing can keep going.
Well, now you one of 3 coaches in this region that has state titles now, Joe. I mean, so what does it say?
I'm in the region with some really good coaches.